Okay, let's get this party started. We're going to start early. This is great. Welcome. I see a few friends. Hi. Okay, are we ready? Do we want to wait 10 minutes or let's go? Let's go. Okay. Hi, I'm Sarah Endline. I've been around the internet, art worlds for a long time. And I started to think about why do people collect, especially in the last couple of years, watching kind of these crazy NFT digital art cycles. So what I learned and what I started to think about was when I got involved in the internet, which was Yahoo 20 years ago. And when we were at Yahoo, technology was so different. We were trying to figure out how people could shop on a mobile phone, how people could do email on a mobile phone. It was so nascent and so early that we would sit around the rooms and just talk about, our newspaper is going to go away. Like, how is the world going to change? Our paper calendar is going to go away. And what I saw happen over time is we're really living in a physical and a digital world. That's what started to unfold in front of us. And why is that? So I'm acknowledging Yahoo, but really this is about the internet and the mobile phone and how it's radically, radically changed our lives. So it's given us digital ubiquity. It's given us endless data, transparency, interactivity, this mobile first world that we live in. And then I say impact matters because we have so much data. We know everything about anything we want to imagine. And this is because of the internet. So if you would, I think about the 90s in Silicon Valley and what we were talking about and thinking about, and it was so different because we didn't have an iPhone or a Samsung in our hands, and we didn't have a super high-speed internet to work with. So now I like to say, welcome to this new world. We're in a totally new world. I mentioned the she economy, of course, because I love to talk about the Barbie female revolution, the creative economy that we're all in, conscious capitalism, which is about, caring about the world and the intersection of business and impact. And then all these trends. We're at NFC. I don't really even need to call them out. I will. But these massive trends around ownership, around co-created commerce, the digital nomad mobility movement of people being able to live and work wherever they want to be. So this is, this talk is about collecting, but I'm also setting a stage around where maybe we were 25 years ago versus where are we today. So collecting is not a new idea. It's way before BC. It's, you think about cavemen and cave women, collecting was already happening. It's not a new idea to collect. But what I started to realize, and I made this slide kind of confusing for a reason, is when I was watching the early kind of, past couple of years of NFT movements, I started to realize that this first side on the left is like this financial speculation trading side, right? And I started to think, wait, there's another way to do this. There's a way to do this where maybe it's more inclusive to women, it's more inclusive to people that actually want to collect and who are collecting for a different reason. They're not collecting because they want to be a day trader. They're collecting because it's just something they do in their everyday life. It's what I call a form of self-expression. Now you'll see lots of logos up here that from, Bright Moments, we have Bright Moments friend here, Art Blocks, the NFT Factory, some organizations that I know of that I'm involved with that are, in my mind, really about collecting, really about self-expression. And then I have a few on the left that have driven down this road of financial speculation and trading. Guess what? We're going to coexist in this world, and that's awesome and that's great. We can have both. We can have a movement around financial trading for NFTs, but we can also have a movement around truly collecting digital art through self-expression. So this is when I was watching this and I was in these different communities the past couple of years and I was watching behavior differences and I was watching how some people were talking every single day about a trade and some people just went silent. And then I saw other communities where all they were talking about was their sense of community and passion, and they were never talking about financial trading. And that's when I realized there are two different kind of ways that this world was unfolding. And that's really when I was like, oh yeah, guess what? Like, not everyone in the world is a day trader, right? Maybe some people don't have time for trading, right? Self-expression is actually ageless. Self-expression is something that we all do in many different ways. And especially I see this even more among women, but it's everyone. We like to show our style. We like to wear our hearts on our sleeves, right? We like to discover new artists. And that's when this theory of like, wait, why are people collecting? What is this all about? And I started to like literally, research what is the history of collecting? And this is a dense slide, but this is one of the most important slides because this is literally rooted in psychoanalytic research, and the perspective is very clear. There are very different reasons why people collect. It could be for selfish purposes. It could be for selfless purposes. It could because you're trying to like remember a memory. There's a sense of history. It really could be a financial investment. That may be why, someone built their baseball card collection long ago as they were thinking someday I'm going to trade it for big dollars. So it is true that one lane of collecting is purely about financial investment. And then there's the form of addiction lane, which is another reason people collect. But I found this so fascinating because I had never sat back and thought like, well, why do people collect in this world? And it helped me make sense of what was happening in the unfolding NFT movements, that some were going in a certain direction and others were going, again, straight down this kind of financial investment road. So then I sat there and I thought, well, what was I collecting early on? And I don't know how many people were collecting stickers. Who was collecting stickers? Anybody? Okay, good to know. Like over half the room. Awesome. So then I started to research this. I was like, so why do people collect stickers? Lots of good data on this one too, which is fascinating, right? And look at us at these conferences and in this Web3 world, how we run around and like people are searching for stickers still today. Like it's real. In fact, we also like buttons and badges a lot. So let's put them in the same camp here, right? So they communicate accomplishment and meaning. This is not me making this up. This is like literally research that's out there on why are stickers in our life. So it could be a marathon, a trip, a special event. It's communicating some meaning and accomplishment. They certainly convey opinions, right? Stickers say something about our beliefs. Which stickers are you picking up? It's like you're either drawn to what they stand for, what the piece of art is. They absolutely convey our beliefs. And certainly we pick up stickers for decoration, right? Now, back in the day, it may not have been for water bottles and laptops, but it was always something. This is not new. Stickers are like an old age phenomena, but they're showing up very like dominantly in Web3, which makes sense because a lot of us were all about like, this self-expression and this like, sense of meaning. So I'm building a new company and I realized it's very much rooted in this idea of sense of accomplishment, self-esteem, conveying opinions, decorating virtually. It's this different lane that I'm talking about around digital art and digital objects and digital collectibles, which isn't about trading. It's purely about self-expression. And it's about this idea of, kind of the way we would think at Yahoo back in the day. Like you used to have this old crazy cabinet of things, whether you call that a china cabinet, a Wunderkammer, a cabinet of curiosities. Like, this is what was in the past, and it still exists in some homes today. But like, what does it look like in the future? Like, and what does it look like now? And I bet many of you already have this, mobile digital china cabinet in your phone, and that's the future that we're all building. So I again went to reflect, like, what was I collecting, right? So I've collected more than this, but I will say I was deep into the Smurf, Village collection, absolutely, as well as the Lisa Frank sticker collection. So again, what was that about? Certainly not about trading. It was not about trading. It was a form of self-expression and love of these characters and these colors and these ideas. And this is, when I reflect on my past, I think about, well, what was my first physical collecting profile? Which is why now we're going to have a quick reflection. You can either write this down or just think. I'll give you 10 seconds because I'm going to ask you, what did you collect? As you grew up, did it change what you were collecting? And do you have any themes? So who's brave to tell me what they collected? Anybody? What did you collect? What did you? Guitars. Okay, that's cool. Very cool. Large objects. Anyone else collecting? Football stickers. Okay, like UK football stickers? Okay, not American football. Like good old soccer. Awesome. Okay, better stickers. Yes. Anybody else? Barbies. Nice. Ahead of the movie revolution of last summer. You were like way ahead of your time collecting Barbies. That's awesome. Oh yeah, Star Wars figures. So the reason I'm asking us to kind of do this exercise is like, this is not a new idea, right? And just like we would sit in the boardroom at Yahoo and talk about things, we were always rooting it in the past. Like, what will the future behaviors look like? What's the future going to look like? Let's think a little bit about A, how does it look today? And B, how did it look in the past and keep evolving? So then I was like, okay, what's my profile today, right? My profile today is a mix of women's collections, certainly things that I love and respect, activism, color. You'll see like a couple of people, like I respect people, so I've got this funny image of him. I love Amber Vittorio, so I've collected some of hers. I believe in the world of women movement. I believe in, these women's projects. So that's my digital collecting profile of today. And and then we've got a crypto citizen from Venice. Yay! So this is distinctly my form of self-expression, right? This is not meant to be anyone else's collection. And it's certainly, in my mind, not set up to be traded. It's set up as a form of self-expression. So again, just I'll let you think about it. I'm curious in the room what your collecting profile of today is. We went paperless because, we're at a digital conference. We were going to bring in paper, but we're just going paperless today. So in your mind, what are you collecting today? What are you going to collect tomorrow? And do you see themes? So I'm kind of curious for the football sticker man over here, whether he's still down that road, but in a digital way. Because now we're on digital. So are you still in that realm, or you're collecting in a different way today? Football means you are. Okay, rooted in the past, like moving into the future. Okay, that's cool. Ingrid? Digitally. Okay, that's like a good Parisian girl, Art Deco. Okay, we like it. Nice, amazing. Anyone else want to share? Really? Like digital guitars or physical guitars? Physical guitars. Okay, and are you going to collect digital guitars in the future? Okay, you'd consider it. Nice. Okay, no, I love it. I like how your past is like, and just like my past was certainly impacting. I haven't collected digital Smurfs yet, but like the sense of imagination is still showing up in my digital collection. I love that. Um, Lucas, anyone else? Digital collections? You have a digital collection? No? Collecting ETH, and that's cool too. You're collecting coins, right? It's seriously like people were collecting gold. Now you're collecting ETH. This makes sense. Gen art, of course. Any other collectors who want to share digital collecting? LinkedIn, etc. Okay, Telegram digital connections. I like it. That's cool. How did you collect that like 10 years ago? Pre-Telegram, how'd you collect it? Okay, cool. Any other digital? You've been very quiet back there. Do you want to share? You're not yet collecting digitally, but probably soon since you're here at NFC Lisbon. Anyone else from the awesome team? What are you collecting? Okay. Any type? New York. Oh, nude art. Okay, cool. Oh, you're speaking next. Perfect. Nice. Awesome. So, to summarize, the reason we were doing this very quick little interactive conversation session about collecting is because basically my view is that yes, there will continue to be a financial trading side on digital art, digital collectibles, etc. But I see a whole different lane emerging, which is much deeper around self-expression and things that represent what you love, what you believe in. And that's why I started us with the psychology of collecting, which is rooted in things like self-esteem, self-expression, etc., and talked us through how have we collected in the past versus today. And I'd love you to leave and just think about like, how do I want to collect in the future? Like digitally, how do I want to collect? Like, what do I care about? What would I collect? Whether it's guitars or it's gold turned into ETH, digital gold, or it's football memes. Like we have an awesome conference with so many amazing things that you could connect to or collect. So I wish you I think I'm over time, but I wish you an awesome rest of your NFC. Boop, and stay in touch. Thank you.